We should be careful. I doubt this is the same Thirdborn we left.
Well, the walls are still standing. Let's see who's still on their feet.
Did you hear about Naguno? They found him dead in the lighthouse.
The old guy? From the swordfish? No kidding.
Someone snuck up there when he was sleeping and slit his throat.
Damn! Wonder what he did to deserve that.
I bet it was spies that got him.
A Deeren spice?
Did he ever tell you how they almost made him a citizen once?
You're thinking he knew too much.
They've got little birdies everywhere.
Would you care to share a tale with us, envoy? Please, godlike, tell us of your travels.
You hear what's going on around the old grotto outside of town?
No, what's happened?
I don't know for sure, but Lena told me she's seen it lit up at night. There's something going on out there.
Isn't that near the new Deeren homestead? You think they're up to something?
Have to be, right? They're Deerens. After what happened at Fior, I'd wager they're planning something similar.
Winds above. I feel like we should go to the Tiranui about this.
The oasis belongs to us all. Enjoy it, sister.
The ruins. What happened? I heard them fall to rubble. It comes, it sings, it dreams. Of war and blood and smoke and... Did you have a hand, envoy? Sorry is a parasite on the vine, eating and never stopping. You will not restore what you've destroyed. Ruins break into bones, they do. They make a necklace, a collar of time. We choke and die.
There we go. There was a Windows update. It fucked with everything, as always. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I think I need a moment. Smoke and rhyme, we are losing time.
Oh no.
I think she's already slipping away from us. We've got to stop this plague, envoy.
We're heading out of Shatterscarp. Is that okay?
Leave for the silver and the root and the song. Go now. Go far. Yes, leave.
A butterfly emerges, a dream of peace.
Alright, we're off to the next zone.
Have you heard? They say Fjord nearly burned to the ground.
Gods, what a mess. Things just keep going from bad to worse.
You guys lied.
The entire
Dude isn't dead.
by crop blight.
Yeah, well, Thirdborn.
Hey, Envoy? Got a second? I could really use a favor.
What do you need?
I've got to take a piss. Real bad. Do you think you could stand at my post while I go?
What? Are you serious?
Man's gotta go and a man's gotta go, right?
Okay, don't take forever.
God bless you, Envoy. I'll be quick. I promise.
Okay.
A thing. What thing is so important you leave your post when we just had a dream brawl attack on the town?
Piss, Captain. I'd like to take a piss.
And get your ass back to post and wait until I relieve you. Then you can go relieve yourself.
Is he gonna come back?
I thought I could have depended on the Envoy to do a simple favor. Thank the gods.
But I did. Is it because I went to spy? Maybe. How far up is this? Yeah, I'm gonna fast travel there. I like the running, but I've already discovered everything, and this isn't a game where stuff respawns typically. So there's no reason to run. I've already explored it all.
Well, if it isn't the Envoy, Thirdborn's greatest hope.
Oh, that's the monster who got us kicked out of Thirdborn.
Come to kill us too?
Why bother when she could burn the city instead?
Oh, good. At least everyone is already being calm and rational.
All of you, please calm down. I can explain.
You'd like to talk your way out of everything, wouldn't you? A ruthless deed, a honeyed word, and it all disappears.
Now hang on. What are you here for?
The Adirans fired on the ruins. Didn't you see?
Next it'll be Thirdborn.
Destroying the ruins saved Thirdborn. You would all be dead otherwise.
Dead? What are you on about?
There were dream thralls, a mob of them. I couldn't let them escape.
You think we couldn't have trapped them? You think we can't fend for ourselves?
They're buildings, Moakua. Priceless ones, but ruins. not even ours. We can't rebuild a lost life.
That's all well and good for you. I'm not leaving until you do right by us. We lost our only home. Ugh!
I'm sorry, if I had known you'd be exiled, I wouldn't have said anything.
Oh, I wasn't expecting a sincere apology. That kind of takes the wind out of my sails.
Just let her leave.
Well, go on, get out of here, before I change my mind.
Saved by an Adiran. Again. I hope the tusks eat you whole.
Temerity sent word. Said you were good to go. But she didn't sound right, Envoy.
To the water in the dark, to the roots, away into the nothing.
Things are still strange. I'd watch my step if I were you.
Yeah.
Safe travels to you.
Away we go!
I'm sorry, but before anything else, I need a word with you. Of course, I understand the impulse of wanting to save those in Thirdborn.
You understand the impulse? Where's this going?
But think of all that we lost because of you and that monster.
I wasn't willing to sacrifice half of Thirdborn.
Again, I understand the impulse, Envoy, but you must think of future generations.
Did you really just say think of the children to justify killing?
I've heard enough. Even Ludwig wouldn't go that far.
Ludwig is a fool. Her brain has rotted away with the rest of her. We have no reason to believe that the Dream Scourge has been stopped, by the way. It certainly hasn't stopped Dream Scourge from appearing everywhere else in the Living Lands.
Then maybe we turn a few more of these ruins into heaps of rubble. I can't see anything good that's come out of them.
Maybe stop talking while you're ahead.
I was gonna say.
Years of lost history found, just in time to be erased by two Adiran fools.
You would have me blindly trust the Archmage of Terror.
I trust Reengrim more than Ludwig. Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than the dead woman burning down homes.
I hate to say it, Yatsli, but we're not changing anyone's mind today. Let's talk later. Just the two of us.
Fine, fine. You're right. It's done. Let's just focus on getting to the garden.
Okay, let's talk about that. We're heading into Galloway's tusks, right?
While that parting is probably the closest Ludwig gets to friendly, I'm not looking forward to our paths crossing again.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And we gave her everything she wanted.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
She's out of control and must be stopped.
That might be easier said than done.
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
I can deal with her if I have to.
I believe it. And we'll cross that bridge with you when we get to it.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power, but we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka.
Do you know something we don't?
Generally, debatable, but about the garden, definitely. You won't find a blessed thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a page-raku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will.
The Living Lands needs my help.
Well, someone's got to do something about the Dream Scourge at the very least.
And it has to be you, because a voice in your head said so. What do you know about Soppadal? How do you know you can trust them?
They're not just in my head, they have a power connection to the Adra here.
I hate to be the voice of reason, but we are talking about a god. There are limits to what we can even comprehend.
I have a powerful connection to my Blessed Flute, but I'm not about to take orders from it.
What's on your mind, Marius? What bothers you so?
Because I can scream until I'm blue in the face, and you people would still rather trust the Envoy's pet headache demon. And now you want to drag us through the deadliest region in the world because a sleeping god said so.
I say, there's something you're not telling us, dude.
You're not listening to what I am telling you. I'm done here. Do whatever Blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
I'll go talk to him.
Be gentle with him. Or if not gentle, understanding.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
Alright, guys. Hold tight. I'm gonna leg stretch and go move some laundry over, so hold tight. thought I had it unmuted, sorry. Yeah, the kid found a toy. It's a dog's toy because it squeaks. While we were out for a walk. And he was just all like... He was freaking loving the thing. So, I told him he could keep it. Okay, let's talk to everybody.
I know what you're gonna say. What was that all about, Marius? You seem really upset about something. Well, I don't know what it was about either, so just let me be alone for a bit.
I feel like this isn't about the map or the garden, even.
It is. And it isn't. I'm not sure what it is, really. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat. My ears ring. I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying.
Breathe, Marius. You're safe here.
Right. Thanks. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest. I'll be ready to go when the time comes.
Okay. He doesn't need to talk. He doesn't need to talk.
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about Shatterscarp. The ruins of Naku Kubel predate civilization as we know it. We had so much to learn from them. But the Steel Garrote care nothing for the past. Only the future, as long as it's under their thumb.
Destroying the ruins was the only way to spare innocent lives.
I'm not saying it was an easy decision, or that you should have acted differently. The fact remains that we played into our enemy's hands, and what did we get in return? We delayed the inevitable. Better than nothing, I suppose, though not by much.
We'll stop the Dream Scourge, I promise.
I'm holding you to that. Maybe there's no right answer to any of this. Maybe all we can do is keep going, leaving chaos in our wake. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves.
I noticed you haven't been getting much sleep lately.
No, I haven't. And yes, I should know better. A good night's rest would fix my head, but can't fix the world we live in. Maybe it's fine if they're both broken. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question?
Go ahead.
Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual?
Maybe it's because she doesn't trust Zapadal?
But what about you, her kinsman? When you agreed to destroy the ruins, Ludwig was surprised, as though she didn't believe you would do the right thing. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing, or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I. If I must.
And yeah, please.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. You destroyed something that was... I'm trying to remain calm. I have to remember that you had a reason for what you did. Nothing infuriates me more than to do what Ludwig wants, but I'm not unhappy with what you did. Those ruins were literally priceless. They had real echidnas in there. Think of how far my research would have shot forward. But we would have had to sacrifice so many for it. And I can't say that's a fair trade. Usually I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though...
I think I did pretty well considering we were about to be attacked by a swarm of dream thralls.
Of course. Because a common reaction to being set upon by dream thralls is to placate another monster.
Leaving your home behind isn't easy. It's for the best sometimes, but it's never easy.
All right. I understand. I'm sorry, Envoy. This is my life's work. And that skeletal maniac attacked my home. I'm just a little more raw than I thought.
I understand. I'm sorry you're upset.
It's all right. I think you've earned a bit of trust from me. Things have been... unreal. We spoke to actual ancient echidnas in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers.
I have to stop calling them godless now since they have a god.
True. Though switching it up might be more confusing to those not in the know. I'll figure that conundrum out before my research gets published. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier?
The trials were worth it, if only to feel like I know where I belong now.
Fascinating. I can't imagine what it was like to grow up a godlike with no god. I'm glad you got answers, sweetheart. Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details.
I was meaning Reengrim, everything you expected?
I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Reengrim. The Reengrim. Master illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi. And we impressed her? She even offered to make me her apprentice.
I'm getting the feeling that Reengrim was a really big deal to you. Or aren't you already a trained wizard?
You can always improve, especially when your teacher is an expert. It doesn't feel real, but it is. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the godless? I've spent my whole life with them.
And who else will tell the story of the Akita if not you?
Oh, you even learned their proper name. I can't believe you listened. You'll make me cry at this rate. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do?
You want me to make the decision?
Oh, darling. Don't you know that I'll do what I want no matter what anyone thinks? I just wish to ask a friend her opinion. Now come on, answer the question. What would you do?
You're us in a scary place right now. Could you really leave them?
The people of Fjord are stronger than they seem. But you're right. They feel unsafe in their own homes now. Quilici and I could return home and continue our lives, with little improvements here and there. Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
Okay. I'm gonna just double check that there's nothing
Good
new on
evening.
anybody.
Pleasant dreams.
There's my favorite Adiran.
How are you dealing with everything?
Oh, just wonderful. My home was attacked on the order of a woman without a heart or any other major organs. Then everything that happened in Shatterscarp and Ringrim's offer. I've been so lucky. My life right now is, well, it's wonderful. But there's always been something missing. And it gives me this kind of jittery feeling that makes my fur stand on end. Does that make sense?
Have you spoken with Quilici about this?
A little. We've spoken a bit about my, shall we say, restlessness. But I've not had a chance to tell him about Ringrim's offer yet. Quilici will be supportive, of course. He's wonderful like that. It's just hard to ignore these thoughts with everything happening. Not that I didn't have options before, of course, but now they're louder.
I heard the arguments in Fiora. You're used to loud.
A fair point, my dear. I suppose I needed a moment to rant. Thank you, Envoy. I appreciate you lending an ear. I'll leave you to your vices for now. We really must stop meeting like this. People will talk.
Okay, now we're done.
Always a pleasure, Envoy.
And then we'll double check Marius.
Envoy, what do you need?
Nothing. Okay, and then we'll
If I
double
must.
check.
I have never wanted a bath this badly. Feels like I'm covered in ash.
You've never been to Galawain's test
Never.
before?
The Pargrunen of Solace are notoriously suspicious of outsiders. Though, from the looks of this place, Solace's real concern has got to be keeping its people in, not keeping the rest of us out.
Okay,
I'll be
that's
here
it.
if you
Here
need
we go.